rockin', rollin', covered wagon. Over the prairie we roll, reelin', rockin', rollin', covered wagon. Covered wagon, roll me on my way. Covered wagon, roll me home today. I am really weak and weary. Roll me home today.
All right, pal. Never mind the horses. Give me a hand with spitting. Let me have your apron, honey, quick.
Is he gonna die, mister?
Oh, no, I reckon not. Rugged old fellow like him takes an awful lot of killing. They can generally carry off more lead than the timber wolf. He's good for another 40 years. We can only get him to a doctor so we can get some help. Yeah, look at him. He's coming to already. Where can I take you? I'm a stranger in this district.
I got kinfolks just this side of Ora Grande. Up, lost for a creek.
That's all right, honey. Don't you worry. He's going to be all right. We'll just get him on the horse and take him right out of here. Yeah, I don't know what we can do about it. I'll have some.
That wagon's just another proof of what I'm saying. When the government throws land open to homesteaders, it's going to be homesteaded, and we might as well like it.
The association would stand together, we could keep them out.
It's been tried by stronger groups than ours. Men have been killed and their outfits burned, but behind them came others and others. And in the end, they got the land.
Sounds as if you were in favor of them coming in.
Well, I'm not. I hate it the same as all cattlemen. They'll fence off whatever we need and cut up our range with barbed wire until there's no range left. We all know that.
They won't if you fellas will do as I've been advising you for a month. Why don't you organize and patrol the roads? Run them out and keep them out.
That's the purpose of this meeting, Monroe.
You gonna do it?
No. We want to go on record officially as being against the war you're making on homesteaders.
Who says I'm making war on homesteaders?
We all do.
That's a rather serious charge to make, Campbell, without proof.
The proof we've got might not stand in court, but it suits us. You've engaged twice as many men as you need. They're all from out of the district, and they're all named Smith or Jones.
That don't make them gunmen.
It's a common trick for killers to use those names, makes them hard to trail. Men have been shot and their outfits burned. That's murder, Monroe, and we'll have... It's a common trick for killers to use those names, makes them hard to trail. Men have been shot and their outfits burned. That's murder, Monroe, and we'll have no part in it. Am I right?
Yeah.
I've got a paper here that covers our sentiments on the subject.
Are you asking me for my resignation from this association?
We thought you'd rather have it that way than to go on record as being kicked out.
All right. Let it stand as a resignation. You never wanted me in this association anyway. And you all know why. You're sore because I got the best range in the county. You're sore because I got it right out from under the rest of you.
You're wrong, Monroe. We don't mind your having the range, but we don't care much for the way you got it.
That land belonged to the McGrail family, and we're not going to fight to help you keep it. I got it legally, and I'll keep it with or without your help.
There's a good many things done legal that folks don't like. Meeting's adjourned. As I said before, you can't keep them out.
That looks pretty good.
Oh, Hank. You better go fetch Doc Ramsey. They're bringing in another one. What happened? Who's hurt?
Uncle Marvin! Uncle Marvin!
Why, Lily, honey. How come you're traveling around the country with strangers?
He's no stranger. He's the one that drove him away when they shot Grandpa.
What happened? Where's his outfit? They burned the wagon. Most of the stock got away, and this is all I could save.
Who done it?
There were three. I winged one of them, then they scattered.
Monroe's men, more than likely.
I've had enough. If we're smart, we'll pack up and head out.
No,
Better idea is to get together and go after Monroe.
Just a minute, just a minute. I can wait. This man needs attention. I'm going to stay here and fight. What is all this? A gold strike?
We ain't struck any gold, but we've uncovered plenty of lead.
Kind of a land rush. The government's opening up part of the Jackson Reserve for homesteaders, starting tomorrow morning.
Should have done it long ago. There's no timber on it.
I guess the cattlemen don't like the idea much.
I wouldn't call them very encouraging. Would you?
Not very.
None of them want us. There's only one that acts real ornery about it.
That fellow, Monroe?
Yeah, Bar Monroe. Been leasing the land for years, and he don't aim to lose it.
Bringing in gunmen, huh?
Plenty. They'll never let us homestead.
Well, they certainly won't if you don't organize and do something about it.
You ever had any experience in this sort of business?
Not much. Couple of sheep won. Why?
I've got a hunch we could make good use of a man of your character.
How's that?
Well, we're mostly farmers, but we're willing to fight if someone will tell us what to do.
Oh, I reckon not.
Don't say no too quick. We could make it worth your while.
I'm not a professional gun thrower. I'll lend it sometimes when I think it's needed, but it's not for sale. Well, goodbye and good luck.
We'll need a lot of it if we reach that land office tomorrow.
A fine pack of gunmen you are. You crochet as well as you fight?
There ain't none of us can crochet, boss.
Oh, you can. Well, you should take it up. I bet you'd be good at it.
Harvey! Just a minute. Wait a second. Now, you gotta get yourself a new sheriff because I'm resigning.
What, again? This is getting to be a sort of a habit, ain't it?
Well, now, it ain't no laughing matter, Harvey. Look who's riding into town. It's that Joe Swale with another flock of gunmen for Monroe. This town don't need a sheriff, it needs an army. I'm resigning.
No, you ain't, Luther.
Yes, I am.
Oh, you
yes.
ain't. We elected you and you're going to stay put if we have to nail you to your chair.
Howdy, Swale. Looks like you've brought your boss some more, bunchers.
Yeah. We got a big drive on.
So I understand. Wouldn't be surprised if one or two of them was named Smith.
That's funny. Why, come to think of it, they're all named Smith. Now, that one on the end there is called Soap Creek Smith. And next one is One-Eyed Smith. And next to him is Wind River Smith. And then comes Salty Smith. And the last one is Gooseneck Smith. Sort of a tenderfoot, out here for his health.
Nice-looking bunch of boys. Very friendly.
Now, look here, Swale. This thing's gone far enough.
Well, I reckon I don't understand what you mean, Sheriff.
Oh, yes, you do. And it's gotta stop, or I'm gonna...
You're gonna what? What is it you're gonna do?
Well, I ain't gonna stand for any more killings. I'll resign.
Well, you'd better if you can't keep a civil tongue in your head. I've heard all the lies I want to hear about what my men are doing. And that goes for you and the rest of the district.
But, Bar, there ain't a day passes that a nester ain't waylaid or burnt out or shot.
There's a lot of other people to do that. There isn't a cattleman in the district that wouldn't like to see them all run out, and they're trying to make me the goat for it.
Oh, be reasonable, Bar. Why should they want to make you the goat?
Because they want to see me run afoul of the law and get drummed out of the district. That's why I'm hiring all these men. Now, if the Cattle Association would like to have war, they can have it. And plenty of it. What's your name?
Solly Smith.
Solly Smith, eh? Tucson, take them all down and feed them. What do you know about this man, Salty?
Why, no more than the rest. Why?
Seems I met up with him somewhere, but I just can't place him.
Funny rumor floating around the south of the state, boss.
Yeah, what is it?
Well, they say there's a U.S. Marshal on his way up here to pry into that Nestor business.
Marshal, what's his name?
Well, I couldn't find out. But he aims to join up with you, get the dope, and then start things properly.
Oh. I got a hunch he's here already.
What? Have you seen him?
No, but a couple of the boys had a run-in with him and come out second best. I reckon they'll be glad to see him again.
Look who's riding in. That puncher we had a run-in with just drifted into town.
Where is he?
Stopped at the sheriff's office. What do you reckon he's after?
I know what he's after. He's a U.S. Marshal.
A marshal?
Yes, and he'll be in here shortly trying to join up with us. Probably under the name of Smith.
Yeah. I suppose you'll hire him, too, huh?
Why not? It's the easiest way to take care of him.
Well, you're looking for a job, are you?
Yep.
Know anybody who hiring any men, Harvey?
I know one. But he won't hire anyone unless his name's Smith.
I've heard of that outfit, and I don't want any part of it.
Try the bartender up the street. He's the closest thing we got to a newspaper in Ora Grande.
Ah, thanks.
You fellas all scatter. I want to talk to him alone. If anything goes wrong, be ready to back my play.
What would you like, mister?
Well, I'd like a job if you could steer me to one.
I hear you say you're looking for a job.
Guess you must have.
What sort of a job?
Well, I'm not particular, so long as the chow's all right and the pay's pretty fair. Your name don't happen to be Monroe, does it?
Yeah, that's right. Yours happen to be Smith or Jones?
Smith will do for the time being. What are you paying?
$100 a month.
That's what I thought. The deal's off.
Well, what's wrong? Not enough?
Too much. You're not hiring cowpokes, you're hiring killers.
So you don't want the job, eh?
No, my name's not Smith and my gun's not for sale.
Don't tell me your name. You got Marshall stamped all over you.
See, it's always the law sneaking up on you.
Yes, and if you know when you're well off, you'll sneak right on out again.
As a matter of fact, I'm not the law, which makes you pretty lucky.
How come?
Well, if I was the law, I'd make 4 arrests right now.
Yeah, who and why?
Those 3 men over there for trying to kill an Esther this morning, and you for hiring them to do it.
You accusing us of a killing?
No, I'm only accusing you of trying. But you did burn his outfit and you tried to steal his...
Lay off your guns, all of you!
That's another trick. You better put up that gun and forget about it. Walk over the door with me.
I guess I was wrong about you. My offer is still open.
Well, I wasn't wrong about you, and my answer's still no.
I'll double the pay.
I rode into this town looking for work, and I'm riding out still looking.
I'm not advise you not to come back ever.
If I was the kind to take advice, I would have stayed home and raised sheep.
Hey, what's here?
I just had a little run-in with the Smith boy.
Hey! Hey! You can't leave town like this.
Why not? Am I arrested?
Certainly not. You're deputized.
Oh, no, I'm not. When I want to fight for a living, I'll join the army.
Get a couple of men and trail him out of town and see that he doesn't come back.
A little hard, just a couple inches. Can't make it. Look out for your foot, Jim.
Well, I guess you could use a little help, couldn't you?
Thanks. I think I can manage.
I guess you could, miss, but it'd be a lot easier not to.
Hey!
Don't let your thumb slip, young fella. You might have to do this job yourself.
You may as well put that down, Jimmy. It looks as if we're surrounded.
Thanks. Another minute and I'd have sold out pretty cheap. Live in this district, miss?
Not yet.
Aiming to file on the homestead, huh?
Yes.
Now get on that jack again, Sonny, and let's see what happens.
You betcha!
You shouldn't have come on a trip like this without your husband. Oh, they're mighty handy animals to have around at times.
I haven't any.
I reckon that can be fixed. How are we doing, Sonny?
You ain't getting anywhere.
I get them sort of out of practice. Hold it, all of you! Just like you are!
You shot a couple of our friends this morning, stranger. Drop a rope on them, Salty, and hold them a minute. Keep them covered till I take care of this Nestor outfit.
Turn around.
Give me a match.
Don't shoot. Drop your gun and get off that horse. Get his gun before it gets him in trouble. I'll get over to your horses. Peel your saddles off. Go on. Now ease him up the road, Sonny, away from town. You ever catch him, you'll find your saddles with your boss in town. Now move out. Pronto. Come on. There's a little mystery we'll never know the answer to.
What's that?
That big fellow deliberately slipped me his gun.
He did?
Yeah. What I said about your needing a husband still goes, miss. But seeing as how you haven't got one, why, you better turn around and head out.
See that ranch over among those trees?
Yeah?
That's the place I'm going to file on.
Nothing like being ambitious.
It used to be ours. It was stolen from us.
How come?
Grandfather McGrail settled on it in the 50s, intending to file on it when the government finished its surveys.
Got it?
Got it! When the surveys were made, the land was thrown into government reserve, not open to homestead.
I'm listening. Go ahead.
All he held was squatters' rights. He kept them by leasing from the government.
Where's the axle grease, Sonny? Oh, excuse me. Go ahead with your yarn.
My father held it the same way, leasing it for a year at a time. Then, one day my father disappeared.
Right about leasing time, I reckon.
They found him a week later, shot through the heart.
Meanwhile, this fellow Monroe grabbed the lease.
Yes, our foreman. How did you know?
I didn't. I guessed it.
He may have been the one that killed Dad. Jimmy and I were too young to know anything, so we went south to my uncle.
It's open to homestead now, and we're gonna grab it.
Don't blame you. Where's the nut for this wheel? Oh, here it is. Oh, I still advise you to head back and forget about it.
You expect me to?
No, but you ought to. But being as high you won't quit, you won't consider a husband. Meantime, there's one thing you've got to have, and that's a foreman. And I thank you for offering me the job. Sonny, pick up those guns and get in the wagon.
But I haven't got any ranch yet.
No, but you will have if our luck holds out.
Making faces at people won't get you anywhere, Bar. Why don't you forget the nesters? You can file on the section with the buildings on it.
I aim to, but that doesn't give me any range for my stock.
Well, as I said before, you'll never keep out the homesteaders.
No, well, there hasn't been any in here.
Thought you'd be glad to know I found me a job, Monroe. Yeah, what sort of a job? I'm this young lady's foreman. Where's the ranch? She hasn't got one yet. No? But she will have tomorrow morning about 8. Just sort of camping with the nesters now, huh? Yeah, that's right. You know, it's kind of dangerous camping in the goats in this district. Treacherous climate. Liable to be cloudbursts, washouts, and thunderstorms, huh? Yeah, something like it. Well, we're all good swimmers. If you boys ever have any trouble making thunder, give them back their guns. Just a minute. Give them back their saddles, too. They may need them when they catch their horses. All right, let's go. Looks like you need about 3 more crochet hooks, boss. If you really want me to take charge, I'm willing. But don't forget, it means war. That's the only way we'll ever get the land. We'll follow orders. It'll be no fun. They're liable to raid this camp. Or try to keep us from the land office tomorrow. They may even follow us to our homestead. All right, if you want to stand and fight, strike your wagons. Throw them in a circle with the fires and stalk inside. Later on, we'll post guard. Come on, let's do it. Let's go.
I intended to raid that camp tonight. But I don't know whether I dare with this bunch of old women you brought in as gunslingers. I guess I got to. You go get the others and we'll meet them at Sycamore Draw at 11.
You want us to go along too, boss?
No, get onto the roads and you'll probably get lost anyway.
Good. Come along with us. Nelson, you take Higgins' place. All right. Blending as one, fade with the daybreak. When night is done, I'll stake my claim there under the sun. Out on the new frontier. Wait a minute. What I'd like to hear is a good fiddling piece over there. Sure. Yeah, that's a good idea. Yes, sir. That's the boy. You better I played you fellas a tune. How's about singing a piece? Sure enough. Say, big boy, join us in on that covered wagon tune, will you? Sure. That's fine, boy. take care of my horse. Sure will. Thanks. Well, seems like you're up pretty late for a man who's got to get up so early tomorrow.
Oh, it's not late.
That's right, Jimmy. You'd better climb into bed. Here's your nightshirt, all mended.
Oh, Jesus. I want to listen.
You can hear just as good through the candle.
That's right. You run along and get some sleep. Might not be a bad idea for you to get some sleep yourself.
Oh, I couldn't. I'm too excited.
Are you worried?
It'd be mighty ungrateful after all you've done for me. I mean, for us.
You were right the first time.
You seem to have brought new life to the whole camp.
Well, a lot of things can happen before we get to the land office tomorrow morning.
Rolling home
Sound like a shot.
Who's shooting, Dog?
Somebody told you to shoot. Who's that?
Post number 4, coming in with a prisoner.
Nelson, better stay back, boys. Might be a trick. All right, Nelson, ride in. Ride slow.
All right, get up.
One of Monroe's gunmen, caught him sneaking through the lines.
What business have you got in this camp?
I've got something to tell Barbara McGrail.
Bob? Barbara. Do you know this man?
Better tell him, honey, or they won't believe what I've got to say.
He's my uncle.
Your uncle? One of Monroe's gunmen?
Trying to prove that he killed my brother, her father.
Well, that sort of clears up that gun business this afternoon.
Tell me, did you find out anything?
Nothing about your father. I've come to warn you. They're going to raid this camp tonight.
What time?
About midnight.
Where's Monroe now?
In town at the saloon.
Good, you get back there as quick as you can before he discovers you're gone. Nelson, call in the rest of the guards. Why you fellows saddle my horse? Barbara, you better get in the wagon. Larkin, divide the men into watches. Turn and turn them out till daylight. Douse all these fires and you take charge while I'm gone. What are you going to do? Find Monroe and stop this raid before it starts, if I can.
If that clock's right, we'd better be on our way.
Guess you're right. You better wait. Look better if we didn't all leave together. Meet you at the edge of town in 10 minutes.
You might as well sit down, Monroe. There'll be no raid on our camp tonight. What's this talk about a raid? What raid? They're all set to attack us at midnight, unless you can do something to stop them.
The man's crazy, Sheriff. Stand aside and let me settle
Wait
with
a
him.
minute. None of that, Monroe. You know what you're talking about, young man? I ought to. We've had a spy in his camp. A man has been trailing him for something he did 8 or 9 years ago. I know you couldn't handle it alone, Sheriff, so we've organized a vigilance committee. Now, you can't do that. Yes, we can. No, you can't. Yes, we can. We're going to drive gun law out of this valley if only you and the association will back us up. Well, I think he's right about that, Harvey.
Don't you be a fool, Campbell. He wants you to do his fighting for him.
You don't mind, Bar, I'll do my own thinking. Us cattlemen have got no love for gunmen, Sheriff, but we ain't got much more for nesters.
We've got a right to settle this land.
Right, but we've got to have land to range our stock. Feeling as we do about you and your fences, we're more than fair in staying neutral.
Well, that's just the point. You can't be neutral. If you don't fight with us, you might as well fight against us.
How do you figure that?
Why, without your help, we're licked. We may get the land, but Monroe's men will pick us off one by one after we're settled. He's right about that, Harvey, and you know it.
I've heard all I want to hear about what me and my men are doing.
You ain't called on to listen.
But if we're such killers, why don't you serve arrest some of us?
Well, if I was to arrest people for what they're gonna do, I'd arrested you long ago. I've got to wait till the crime's committed. And then it's too late.
Looks like you're forcing us into action, Flag. I'll step over to headquarters and send for the members to come on in.
Well, I know. Can you back us up?
Well, not exactly. We can't let you get yourselves killed, so we'll keep you out of the valley for your own good.
Campbell, if you raid our camp tonight, there'll be a lot of empty saddles in our granny by morning.
There won't be any raid. But we'll be in town tomorrow to see that you don't file on any land.
Harvey, you and me's been friends for a good many years. But this just about settles it. I'm sorry.
Me too.
Come on, son.
But a man's got to do what seems best to him regardless.
I know you'd come around our way of thinking eventually, Harvey.
Well, I don't, Bar.
Well, what are you going to do now? Go back to camp and leave it up to the nesters?
And my opinion of you ain't changed in any way.
Played right into our hands. Even took me off to the spy. Who is it? Salty. I know I've seen him somewhere. McGrail's brother. You go trail him and see that he doesn't talk anymore.
I want to swear out a warrant for Barman Road's arrest for murder.
Murder? Who's murder? Who are you?
I'm the spy that Johnny Flagg was telling you about in the saloon. Monroe killed my brother 8 years ago. I knew he did it, but I never could prove it until tonight.
Well, can you prove it now?
Yes. Tonight, just before Flagg came into the saloon, we were seated at the table.
What happened, Sheriff? Oh, somebody shot one of Monroe's men. Some of you boys go get a doctor. Sure. Help me inside with him, will you? Is he still unconscious, Doc?
Yes, liable to be for hours. I'll move him over to my place.
I don't think you better. If the killer's still after him, he's a lot safer here.
Yeah, that's right. Anyway, I want to talk to him when he comes to.
All right, but I'll drop in on him from time to time. Well, good night.
Good night.
Good night.
Wouldn't you know that this would just have to happen to me? Just when I could put Monroe out of the running?
Monroe? What do you mean?
This fellow wanted a warrant for Monroe's arrest for killing his brother. He was just giving me the facts when the shot was fired.
Did he say he could prove it?
Yes, but he didn't say how.
That's funny. He told me he couldn't.
Well, he found out just before you came. Oh, say, I plumb forgot to ask you. You know who he is, don't you?
Sure, don't you?
Not the least idea.
Why, that's old Solomon McGrail's brother.
Well, I always figured Monroe did that job. Now I know it, and I can't do anything about it.
You don't dare arrest him, I suppose.
On whose testimony?
Well, if you told him, it might keep him from backing Monroe.
And he might not come too, and then where would I be?
Well, I guess there goes Miss McGrail's chances of getting her ranch back.
What did you say? Babs McGrail?
Yeah, why?
Well, what's she doing here? Is she with the Nesters?
Sure, she's aiming to file a whole ranch, take it right out from under Monroe.
Say, you go up to headquarters and tell that to Camel. That'll stop him. Say. Now, don't tell that old toad I sent you, because I don't want any truck with him at all.
Just saw Johnny Flagg going into the association.
Sheriff with him?
No, alone.
Little Babs McGrail?
That's right.
Well, that sort of alters things. I have. It ain't in nature for cattlemen to fight for nesters. And we sure can't help Monroe beat McGrail's kids out of what belongs to him. I reckon you win, son. And to tell you the truth, I'm glad of it. Get word to the men I've named. It'll mean the end of Monroe's war.
Better not lose any time. And when you see the sheriff, tell him I'm not such an ornery old cuss as he thinks I am.
He never even suspected you were.
Don't shoot. And use him later.
Well, you thought you could turn on me, did you, Campbell? Quick, let's get out the back way. What happened? Someone shot Mr. Campbell. Take care of him while I trail the killer. Wait a minute. We don't have to go far for the killer. Don't stop me, you fool. I didn't do it. Well, your gun's still hot. Why, of course it is. I fired a couple of shots when they went out the back way. Any of you believe that? Well, I do, and that's all that counts. Give me that gun. You ain't going to turn him loose? I'm going to do what the law requires if we have to blast our way out. What's the trouble? Harvey Campbell's killed. So, you got even with Campbell for not siding with you, eh? I reckon you're the only man in town who knows that's a lie. Come on. Are we going to let one man in the badge stand between us and that killer? No. Wait a minute. That's up to the association. It's not our fight. It's their fight. Come on, boys. Let's go find out. I think you don't. We'll find out. I guess that's the end of Johnny Flank and his nesters. Listen, ride out and tell all the ranchers what's happened.
I wish I hadn't told Harvey I was mad at him, because I wasn't.
He knew it. I told him so myself.
Did you, Johnny? Honest? Why?
He asked me to tell you he wasn't so ornery himself.
Well, doggone it, now I know you didn't shoot him. And I'm going to prove it, too.
That won't be so hard. Believe that.
Why didn't you show me that sooner?
Yeah, don't unlock it. I want Monroe to figure I'm under arrest when he comes riding in here tomorrow morning.
And then what?
Write a letter and send it out to Nestor's camp.
Yes, I will, Johnny. I'll be glad.
Address it to Mr. David Larkin.
Send Miss McGrail and Jimmy in with bearer. All others be in town before 8, ready to file, but with no guns showing. Johnny Flagg.
No guns sounds like a trick to me. No, it ain't. The sheriff's back of it.
I'll take a chance. Strike camp. Hook up the wagons, men. Let's go.
Yes, all right.
Round up the ranchers. The Nesters have killed Campbell.
Campbell?
Yeah.
All right, you on the north side of the valley, and I'll take the south.
Meet us at the bridge west of town.
I think he's coming too.
Oh, he's fainted again. But I can make out that warrant now.
be a fool, Johnny. Catch a horse and ride out of town while there's time.
I said no.
Yeah.
No. Oh, come on.
The sheriff's right, Johnny. It's too big a gamble to take.
It's not too big a gamble. Not if I know cowmen.
Here comes the nectar!
Let's go over and see what's over there. Plenty of water and everything. The door's locked. Looks like we're in plenty of time. First come, first served.
You fellas might as well get back to your wagons and forget this land business.
How so?
There's no one going to fight on this land but us cattlemen.
The law
The
says...
Cattle Association is running things for the time being.
What have you done to Johnny Flagg?
Nothing yet. Now get back to your wagons. All right, Sherman, my men will back you up while you tend to your business.
Get back to your wagons easy-like and get your guns.
What are you going to do?
When that office opens, we're going in and file.
Well, I suppose you boys came for the fellow that killed Campbell.
We did. I hope you're not going to make too much fuss about it.
No fuss at all. Step right inside.
Fine sheriff he turned out to be.
Where's the key to the cell?
He's got it.
He's got it.
Yeah, I tried to get him to leave town, but he said he wanted to talk to you boys first.
Have you got the key to this cell? You can have it in just a minute. First, I want to ask you a couple of questions. Go ahead. Monroe tell you that I killed Mr. Campbell? Yes. Did he say why? Because Harvey refused to back you and the Nesters. Read that. And see if you think he refused to back us. The above members will meet in town not later than 8 a.m. We have to back the Nesters. Solon McGrail's kids are with them. Harvey Campbell, chairman. You think I'd shoot a man for writing that note? It looks to me as though you're the one man that would have every reason not to. I knew you'd see it that way. What does he mean here about the McGrail kids?
Well, that's them. Barbara and Jimmy Grove's son since you seen him last, hadn't he?
Who's the man?
That's Solon's brother. One of Monroe's men shot him, too.
Monroe's men? Are you sure of that?
Somebody shot him, just as he was telling me that he could prove that it was Monroe that shot his brother.
And was he able to prove it?
Enough so that I made out a warrant for Monroe's arrest.
I guess you won't need to bother about serving that warrant, Sheriff.
Now, wait a minute. You can't handle this yourself.
Why not?
Haven't we had enough gun law in this valley in the past month?
Yes, but this looks like an open and shut case to me.
And you'd have said the same thing about Johnny Flagg when you come in, too, wouldn't you?
Yeah, I reckon we would.
And it would have been a pretty sad mistake, too, wouldn't it? Now, you let the law make the mistakes. That's what I'm hired for.
I wonder what's keeping them over there so long. They can search me. Hey, looks like the Nesters were figuring on something, too.
this place is open, great cover in case of a pinch.
Yeah.
Morning.
Morning.
Are there enough of us to try it?
You wait here till I make the McGrail Ranch mind the law.
Hey, Monroe! Just a second.
Sheriff, do you figure you're fast enough to serve that warrant?
Well, I don't know, Johnny, but I'll try.
What makes you think Flagg didn't kill him?
Well, it does sort of clear him, doesn't it?
And are the McGrail children with them, Esters? And are you figuring on backing them, this letter says?
We got orders from the law to stay neutral.
Well, then I better file before they do.
Wait a minute, Monroe.
Lay off those guns.
I thought you said you were neutral.
We are. We're going to see that everyone else stays neutral, too. Move on out of here before you get tempted.
I got a warrant for you, Monroe. For murder.
What are you trying to do, pin that Campbell death on me?
You're wanted for killing Solon McGrail. His brother swore out the warrant.
What is this, a trick to stop me from filing? If we'd have known who killed Solon McGrail, we'd have hung him 8 years ago.
It took all those years to get enough evidence to hang him. And it all points to you, Monroe. For one thing, you're wearing a watch that can be identified as his.
This? Why, there's 1,000 like this in the county.
Not with McGrail's name engraved inside the back case.
There's no engraving in the back of my watch.
Then maybe you won't mind opening it up so we can all take a look for ourselves.
Certainly I mind. You or no one else is going to tell me what to do with my property.
All right, Monroe. You can put up your hands or go for your gun anytime you're ready.
I'll take care of these men. The law's got something to say to them. Get out of here. Go on. Come on. Take off.
Well, I reckon you folks can start filing on your claims now.
Well, wait. We seem to be forgetting who's got the right to file on the first claim. The McGrails and their foreman.
Foreman the eye. It's the husband we need, don't we, Sis?